Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I couldn't resist a deal on Amazon. They were selling 6 cute little Grogus that obviously a grown man needed in his life. I thought these would be fun to use in future projects, future builds, and as a well-needed distraction from a Star Wars mech I'm currently trying to build, I decided to build something nice and easy with these cute guys. So let's start scratching that build. To start off, I needed a bottle cap big enough for Grogu to fit into, and this bottle cap will do nicely. I broke out a couple of plastic spoons. I just want the spoony bit, if that makes sense, and just to make it into a shoe. I broke out a tub of beads and then decided to figure out which way the beads should go, and then did a quick reference check on the picture of the actual robotic legs, and then started gluing down. Now what I did have to do, which I didn't film, was I had to sand just slightly each bead so then they would sit nice on top of each other because of the curvature of the beads. Yeah, all that technical stuff. Anyway, that's what I did, and then oops, and then just glued them all down. Once the legs were done, it was a simple job of just putting the bottle cap on top of the legs, and lo and behold, there we have the wrong trousers. For the rivets around the bottle cap, I just used some sticky beads, and yeah, it took some time to get it off that plastic, but I eventually got them onto the bottle cap. Oh, and before I forget, this week's video is sponsored by nobody. But that's where you guys come in. You keep hitting that notification bell, keep liking the videos, keep subscribing, and eventually I'll still probably not have any sponsors. But that's okay, that's not what this channel is about. It's about making stuff. And I made the wrong trousers, but then decided I needed to make something else for Grogu. Oh yeah, gotta make him a mech. So this time I broke out lots of spoons and then just quickly rustled together a little leg bit, leg joints that move but don't actually move in the finished product, but they can do, so you'll be able to see how I make this. And it's just basically sticking it together using the baking powder. Bacon? Yeah, not bacon. Oh, hang on just a second. Now, I know I'm not the only person that after a session in his hobby workshop or bench that you don't file your fingers down because of the super glue that's on them. Anyway, back to the build. That's one of the legs, and as you can see, I'm just going to drill a hole so it becomes like a pivot. All mod cons here. I'm going to put the world's worst Dremel. Made the hole, and then I'm just using a Q-tip just to push through. You can actually use a cocktail stick if you wanted. I just had some spare Q-tips, ear pokers, whatever you want to call them. I used that, and then put the little bit there, and again, look, I'm just using a cocktail stick just so you can see that you can use either, and that would make a posable leg. Easy and simple. But I didn't do the posable legs for this one because it was like a speed build. Well, a speed build for me, which was like one evening, a couple of hours. I just decided to glue all the legs together. So what I'm going to do now is, with that bottle top that has the little hole in it, I'm just going to use it as a engine and use some of the coffee stirrers just as little, I don't know, engine-y sort of things at the back of it. There you go, as you can see, and that's how I did it. I just chopped them down and glued them onto there, and then I'm going to stick that onto there. Looks like an engine. The whole point of this build was just to go with the flow, and yes, I do need to get rid of that flappy bit. I will get rid of it, don't worry. It was just, the whole idea of this build was just basically, hang on, ping, gone. Yeah, the whole idea of this build was just to take my mind off the mech that I'm building, just to do something, and then I will go back to the mech. So now I'm just going to make a hole for the cockpit for Grogu to sit in. Again, nothing fancy, just cut the hole out with the hobby knife. And there he is, sits nice and snug in there. And then just ping off the, yep, that did hit me in the face. Yep, so did that one. Hot glue, just going to stick that to the side. And then that's the mech walker. And without any stress, because I glued all the joints together, everything sits nicely and it stands freestanding. Job done. With that, just using some beads either side. Oh, hang on. Sorry about this, but it does really annoy me. Hang on then, just 1 second. Can I go -0? I don't know. Anyway. Reuse the spoons that I cut up earlier, just chop them up a little bit just to cover up some of the bits of the leg, and then used another ear poker bit for some like pistons at the back, and then just added little greeblies onto the mech to make it a little bit more interesting. And then disaster struck while I was priming. Because I was outside and because I suffer from hay fever, I sneezed at the wrong time and dropped the wrong trousers. But with some more hot glue and super glue, it was soon rectified and on to priming. And I'll spare you all the boring painting bit because, you know, it is boring. And thanks for watching. Here's the glamour shots. find any glue that doesn't stick my fingers together. Oh, and go away poster, I can't go -2 now.